I'm Sue Brady, and I have 3 kids and a husband and a great little dog. I've been dealing with metastatic colon cancer it's been about 7 years now. I was diagnosed in August of 2011. I went in for a colonoscopy because I was 50, and I came out of the colonoscopy with a diagnosis of stage 3 colon cancer. When I had my colonoscopy, I planned to go to lunch with my daughter that day, so, I thought, I'll go have the colonoscopy. Really, it takes probably 15 minutes. It doesn't take long at all. I'll be home soon. And I remember waking up and, Dr. Solomon, who did the procedure at American Fork, was saying this is bad. He wanted to do surgery that day. That's how bad he was saying it was. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to go to lunch with Braden, who's my daughter, and she kept calling my husband saying, well, when are you guys coming home? When are you coming home? And he didn't want to tell her over the phone. Mom and I are supposed to go to lunch. And anyway, so we came home that night, and my oldest son and his wife and my daughter were here because Dalton was on his mission. We remember just sitting down in the kitchen and telling him, and my daughter, she lost it. And I remember my son just going over and hugging her and holding her, and I thought, I'm so grateful they have that relationship, that they have each other. And then it just seemed like such a blur. I had surgery a week later. I was doing chemo a week later. It all happened so fast, from just a regular routine colonoscopy to sitting in the cancer clinic with a drip, chemo dripping in me. I have learned that, in my opinion, God put smart people on this earth for a reason. Scientists, doctors, that have come up with these drugs to help us for a reason. And chemo may take you to the brink of death, but to me, I believe it also saved my life. So I believe in the medical profession. I've had amazing doctors. I've been so blessed to have great doctors that I think have been very smart and helped me. They thought it might be back, so I went in for another colonoscopy. He took the samples that he needed, and I could kind of tell by his reaction that things might not be going good, and we waited for the pathology report while I'm laying still on the table, and it came back, and it was bad. He said it was back, there's nothing we can do. And the way he worded it and the way I took it was like, this is it, there's nothing we can do, I'm gonna die. And so the drive home was really hard. I can remember exactly where I was on the freeway, and I looked over and my husband had a tear, running down his face. And he didn't know what Dr. Sandu had told me, that this was, there's nothing we can do. I thought, I can't tell him that. So he was just knowing that the cancer had come back. That's why he was so upset and had the tear. And I remember planning my funeral on the drive home. I thought, who am I going to have speak? Do I want a funeral? Do I want music? I just remember planning the drive home thinking, this is it. My kids are still fairly young. They were in their early 20s, and I just thought, I'm not ready to die, but I am. And then, I don't remember what day of the week that was, but the following Monday, I got a phone call from my colorectal surgeon, Dr. Kim, who is chief of surgery up at LDS Hospital. And he said, you know what, we can go in and do surgery and we can take care of this. And so then, it's like this whole light just opened up. And I'm not out of the woods. I'll probably end up dying from cancer, but, not today. I'm not ready to go. I just turned 59. I know that's old. My kids would tell you that's really old. But I don't feel like I'm old. I don't feel like I'm ready to go. It's not going to beat me. And it hasn't beaten me. I mean, I've beaten it on my brain, I've beaten it on my lung, I've beaten it on my liver, I've beaten it on my female organs, I've beaten it on my colon. It's not going to get me. Gladiators, they wipe off the blood, stitch up their wounds, and live to fight another day. And that's how I take it, a day at a time, and just try to have that gladiator mentality that it's not going to beat me.